Hello everyone! Welcome to another episode where we dive into the fascinating world of food and its journey from farm to table. Today we have a very pressing topic to discuss, one that affects our daily lives more than we might realize. Today, let's talk about something very important: being ready for times when our favorite foods become hard to find. Imagine walking into your local grocery store and seeing empty shelves where your favorite foods used to be. It's a scenario that can be quite unsettling, especially when it involves something as essential as tomatoes. It's like having a backup plan, just in case. Just as we prepare for emergencies with kits and essential items, we need to think about our food supply in the same way. Having a well-thought-out plan can make a huge difference when unexpected shortages occur. We all love a good meal, right? Whether it's a family dinner or a gourmet dish prepared by a chef, food brings us together and creates memorable experiences. But what happens when key ingredients are missing? Imagine sitting down to a plate of pasta with no marinara sauce in sight. It's not just about the taste, it's about the comfort and satisfaction that food provides. Without that rich, flavorful sauce, the meal just isn't the same. Or reaching for that bottle of ketchup, only to find it empty. Ketchup is a staple in many households, used in everything from burgers to fries. An empty bottle can be a small but significant inconvenience. This could be our reality if we don't start thinking about the potential tomato shortage. The sight of empty shelves and worried consumers could become more common if we don't take action now. Why are we talking about tomatoes? Because they are a crucial ingredient in so many dishes. From sauces and soups to salads and sandwiches, tomatoes are a versatile and beloved fruit. Well, something serious is happening in California, where a lot of our tomatoes grow. California is one of the largest producers of tomatoes in the United States, and any disruption there can have a ripple effect across the country. It's called a drought, and it's making it really hard to grow these juicy red fruits. Drought conditions mean less water for irrigation, which in turn affects the yield and quality of the tomatoes. This isn't just a minor hiccup, it's a significant challenge for farmers and consumers alike. Let's dive deeper into this issue and see what we can do to prepare. We'll explore the causes of the drought, its impact on tomato production, and what steps we can take to mitigate these effects. From supporting local farmers to finding alternative sources, there are ways we can all contribute to ensuring a steady supply of this essential fruit. So stay tuned as we uncover the story behind the tomato shortage and what it means for our future. California is known for its sunshine, beaches, and its stunning coastline that stretches for miles. The Golden State is a paradise for surfers, sunbathers, and anyone who loves the ocean. But there's more to California than just its beautiful beaches. It's also famous for its agriculture, especially its tomatoes. California's fertile soil and favorable climate make it one of the top tomato producers in the world. This state is a major player in the world of tomatoes, growing a huge amount of what we eat. From fresh tomatoes in our salads to the tomato sauce on our pizzas, a lot of it comes from California. But California is facing a big problem: not enough rain. The state has been experiencing severe droughts for several years now. These droughts are not just a minor inconvenience, they have serious consequences for agriculture. This lack of rain is called a drought, and it's making it very difficult to grow things, including our beloved tomatoes. The dry conditions mean that farmers have to work even harder to keep their crops alive. Without enough water, tomato plants struggle to grow big and strong. They need a lot of water to thrive, and when they don't get it, they suffer. The plants become weak and their growth is stunted. They produce fewer tomatoes, and sometimes the tomatoes they do produce are smaller than usual. This means that there are fewer tomatoes available for consumers, and the quality of the tomatoes may not be as good. This is bad news for our favorite tomato-based products. From ketchup to pasta sauce, many of the foods we love depend on a steady supply of high-quality tomatoes. If the drought continues, we could see shortages and higher prices for these products. So, while we enjoy the sunshine and beaches, let's not forget the importance of rain for California's agriculture. California is like the tomato king of the United States. It produces a huge portion of the tomatoes we use for ketchup, salsa, and pasta sauce. But with this drought, the amount of tomatoes California can produce has gone down. This means less ketchup, less salsa, and maybe even higher prices for these products at the grocery store. Think about it. A shortage means less of something to go around. And when something is scarce, it becomes more valuable, which often leads to higher prices. The drought isn't the only problem tomato farmers are facing. Remember when the price of gas went up? Well, that affects farmers too. Farmers need fuel to run their tractors and other equipment. They also need fuel to transport their tomatoes from the farm to the places where they are made into ketchup, salsa, and other products. When the price of fuel goes up, it costs farmers more money to grow and deliver their tomatoes. This can make it even harder for them to stay in business, especially when the drought is already causing problems. Section 5. A drought for the history books. California has seen droughts before, but this one is different. It's one of the worst droughts in California's history, and it's been going on for a long time. This means that the impact on farmers and the food supply is even greater. The longer the drought lasts, the harder it becomes to recover and return to normal levels of production. It's a reminder that we need to be mindful of how we use water and find ways to conserve this precious resource. Section 6. The price we pay. So what does this all mean for us? Simply put, we might start seeing empty shelves where our favorite tomato products used to be. And even if those shelves aren't completely empty, the prices will likely go up. This is because of something called food inflation. When there's less of something to go around, like tomatoes, the price goes up. It's like when a toy becomes really popular. Everyone wants it, so the store might charge more for it. The same thing can happen with food. Section 7. Prep Talk Tomatoes. Now don't panic. Tomatoes are a staple in many households, and it's understandable to feel a bit anxious if you think you might run out. But fear not. There are plenty of ways to ensure you always have tomatoes or tomato-based products on hand. There are things we can do to be prepared. First, let's talk about the importance of being organized. Keeping your pantry well stocked and knowing exactly what you have can save you a lot of stress. Remember how we talked about having a backup plan? This is crucial when it comes to essential ingredients like tomatoes. By planning ahead, you can avoid last-minute trips to the store and ensure you always have what you need. Let's make one for tomatoes. Start by listing all the tomato-based products you use regularly. This could include fresh tomatoes, canned tomatoes, tomato paste, tomato sauce, and even sun-dried tomatoes. One thing we can do is stock up on canned tomatoes, tomato paste, and tomato sauce. These items have a longer shelf life than fresh tomatoes and can be used in a variety of recipes, from pasta sauces to soups and stews. These have a longer shelf life than fresh tomatoes and can be used in many recipes. Plus, they are often more cost-effective and can be bought in bulk, saving you money in the long run. Another idea is to try growing our own tomatoes. This can be a fun and rewarding experience, and it allows you to have fresh tomatoes right at your fingertips. It's a fun and rewarding experience, and it can be a great activity to do with family or friends. Plus, homegrown tomatoes often taste better than store-bought ones, and it can help us become more self-sufficient. Growing your own food can give you a sense of accomplishment and reduce your reliance on grocery stores. We can also look for other sauces and condiments that don't rely on tomatoes. This can be a great way to diversify your meals and try new flavors. There are many delicious options out there, such as barbecue sauce, soy sauce, and even fruit-based sauces like apple or mango chutney, like pesto, hummus, and tapenade. These can add a burst of flavor to your dishes and are great alternatives to tomato-based sauces. So, with a little planning and creativity, you can ensure that your meals are always delicious and satisfying even without fresh tomatoes. Section 8. Weathering the storm. This might seem like a lot to take in, but remember, knowledge is power. By understanding the situation and taking steps to prepare, we can weather this tomato shortage storm. It's all about being resourceful, adaptable, and maybe even a little adventurous in the kitchen. Who knows, we might even discover new favorite recipes along the way. Section 9. A final word from the wise. The tomato shortage is a reminder that our food system is interconnected with the environment. What happens in one part of the world can have ripple effects on what we see in our local grocery stores. By staying informed, being prepared, and supporting sustainable practices, we can navigate these challenges and ensure that there's enough food on the table for everyone.